Here's a surprising fact. Nearly 70% of adults over the age of 60 wake up at least twice each night just to use the bathroom. This isn't a minor inconvenience. It's a serious sleep disruptor that affects both physical health and overall well-being. Your body relies on long, uninterrupted periods of deep sleep to carry out essential functions, such as repairing muscles, consolidating memories, and regulating hormones that maintain balance in metabolism, mood, and immune response. Without that restorative rest, millions of seniors find themselves stumbling through dark hallways at 2 a.m., again at 4 a.m., and sometimes even more frequently, increasing their risk of injury and fatigue. What makes this situation even more concerning is a comprehensive study published in the Journal of Urology that tracked over 5,000 older adults and discovered that those who woke 3 or more times per night to urinate had a staggering 40% higher risk of falling compared to those who slept through the night uninterrupted. Since falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths and hospitalizations in people over 65, this issue extends far beyond just losing sleep. It profoundly affects safety, quality of life, and the ability to remain independent and active as we age. Many people assume frequent nighttime bathroom trips are just an unavoidable part of aging, thinking their bladder muscles are simply weakening, and that all they can do is keep a nightlight on and accept the situation as inevitable. However, this assumption is completely incorrect and outdated. Over the past decade, groundbreaking research in urology, gerontology, and physical therapy has demonstrated that specific physical exercises can significantly reduce how often you need to get up at night, improving sleep duration and quality. These exercises are not medications with long lists of side effects, nor do they require limiting fluids to the point of dehydration or malnutrition, which can worsen health problems. Instead, these are simple movements you can perform in your living room, or even while sitting comfortably, that retrain your body and strengthen the muscles responsible for bladder control, pelvic floor stability, and circulation. What's truly fascinating is that the top exercise on our list is something most seniors have never considered for improving bladder health. An easy, low-impact movement that can be done anywhere without special equipment. A landmark clinical study conducted by a major medical university found that participants who practiced this specific movement regularly saw up to a 60% reduction in nighttime bathroom trips within just 8 weeks. That's a dramatic improvement, potentially reducing wake-ups from 4 times a night to only once or twice, finally allowing your body to get the deep, restorative sleep it desperately needs to maintain optimal health. Stay with us, because we've saved the most powerful exercise for last, and the scientific explanation behind its effectiveness is truly captivating, involving muscle coordination, nerve signaling, and fluid dynamics. Before we dive in, please share your age and where you're watching from in the comments. We read and respond to every message to support your journey. Now, let's begin with exercise number 5 and work our way up to the most crucial one. Exercise number 5 is seated marching, an activity that might sound too simple to be effective, but the research tells a very different story. Seated marching is just what it sounds like. Sitting in a sturdy chair and marching your legs up and down as if you were walking in place. It looks basic and feels easy, but the internal effects of consistently doing this movement are remarkable and multifaceted. To understand why, first consider why fluid accumulates in your legs during the day. When you sit or stand for long periods without moving, gravity pulls blood and other fluids down into your lower limbs. Your veins contain tiny one-way valves that help push this fluid back up toward your heart, but these valves weaken with age and inactivity. By evening, many seniors experience noticeable swelling in their ankles and lower legs, a condition known as peripheral edema, which can cause discomfort and stiffness. Here's the key connection to nighttime urination that most people completely miss. When you lie down to sleep, all that accumulated fluid redistributes into your bloodstream, your kidneys filter it out more rapidly, and your bladder fills much faster than it would during the day, triggering the need to wake up and urinate multiple times during the night. This cycle can be interrupted by simple exercises like seated marching that activate leg muscles, improve circulation, and reduce fluid buildup, ultimately leading to fewer nighttime bathroom trips and better sleep quality. The reason you produce more urine at night is not due to a bladder problem, but because your body is finally processing the fluid that accumulated in your legs during the day. This fluid buildup occurs because when you are upright, gravity causes blood and other fluids to pool in your lower extremities, especially if you have been sitting or standing for prolonged periods. Seated marching is an effective way to tackle this issue by activating your calf muscles while you remain upright. These muscles serve as a secondary pump for your circulatory system, and each contraction squeezes the veins, pushing fluid upward against gravity, facilitating its return to the heart and eventual filtration by the kidneys. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine involving 42 older adults with Nocturia found that those who performed leg exercises in the late afternoon reduced their nighttime urination episodes by an average of 31% over 6 weeks, whereas the control group, who did no exercises, experienced no improvement in nocturnal frequency or sleep quality. To do seated marching properly, sit near the front edge of a stable chair with your feet flat on the floor, keeping your back straight, but relax to avoid unnecessary strain. Lift your right knee as high as comfortably possible toward your chest, then lower it, and immediately lift your left knee in the same way, alternating legs in a smooth, controlled rhythm. The aim is consistent muscle activation, not speed. So choose a pace that allows you to feel your thigh muscles and hip flexors engaging with each lift, maintaining a steady tempo that promotes circulation without causing fatigue. Start with 2 minutes of continuous marching and gradually increase to 5 minutes as your endurance improves. The best time to perform this exercise is about 4 to 6 hours before bedtime, allowing your body enough time to process the mobilized fluid through your kidneys while you are still awake and active, thereby minimizing nocturnal urine production. For added benefit, you can include ankle circles between marching sessions by extending one leg straight and rotating your foot slowly in circles 10 times in each direction before switching feet, which further activates the calf pump and helps move more fluid out of your lower legs, enhancing venous return and reducing swelling. Consistency is more important than intensity. Performing 5 minutes of seated marching every afternoon will yield better results than doing 20 minutes once a week, as regular activation of these muscles prevents excessive fluid accumulation throughout the day. Building on this, standing calf raises take the exercise further by targeting muscles you may not have realized influence your bladder function and nocturnal urine production. While seated marching is effective, standing calf raises exert greater power in reducing fluid buildup by engaging your calf muscles under the full weight of your body as you rise onto your toes, generating a stronger pumping action that more efficiently propels blood and lymphatic fluid upward. A study from the University of Toronto examined the effects of calf muscle exercises on nocturnal polyuria, the medical term for excessive nighttime urine production, with 68 participants averaging 71 years old. Half the group performed calf raises and brief walking sessions in the afternoon and early evening, while the other half maintained their usual sedentary lifestyle. After 8 weeks, the exercise group showed a 28% reduction in nighttime urine volume and, crucially, delayed their first bathroom trip of the night by an average of 94 minutes, meaning they could sleep almost an hour and a half longer before waking. This additional uninterrupted sleep greatly improves how rested and alert you feel the next day, contributing to better overall health and quality of life. To safely perform standing calf raises, position yourself behind a sturdy chair or next to a wall for balance. Stand with feet hip-width apart and weight evenly distributed. Then slowly rise onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as possible until you feel your calf muscles tighten and contract. Hold the position briefly before lowering your heels back down with control, repeating the movement for 1 to 3 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions, gradually increasing intensity as strength improves. Incorporating these exercises into your daily routine can significantly reduce nighttime urination by improving fluid circulation, thereby enhancing your comfort and sleep quality. Hold the raised position for 2 to 3 seconds, actively squeezing your calf muscles at the top to maximize muscle fiber engagement and promote optimal blood flow through the lower leg. This deliberate pause not only intensifies muscle activation but also enhances endurance and strength development by allowing the muscle fibers to contract fully and recruit more motor units, thereby increasing the overall effectiveness of the exercise. Engaging the calf muscles in this sustained manner helps improve neuromuscular coordination, ensuring that the muscles are trained effectively for both power and stamina, which is especially important for athletes and individuals involved in activities that require explosive lower limb strength or prolonged endurance, such as running, cycling, hiking, or even sports like basketball and soccer. Additionally, this focused contraction at the peak of the movement stimulates proprioceptors, sensory receptors that provide feedback about joint position and muscle tension, thereby enhancing balance, coordination, and stability over time. This improved proprioceptive ability can significantly reduce the risk of falls and injuries, particularly in older adults or those recovering from lower limb injuries. Following this, lower your heels slowly and with precise control, consciously avoiding any rapid or uncontrolled descent that could compromise or increase injury risk. A slow eccentric contraction, the lowering phase, is as crucial as the lifting phase because it promotes greater muscle hypertrophy by causing micro tears in the muscle fibers, which then repair and grow stronger during recovery. This phase also increases tendon strength and elasticity, contributing to improved overall joint health and movement efficiency, while reducing the risk of injury by preventing sudden strain on the Achilles tendon and calf muscles. Furthermore, the eccentric phase plays a significant role in stimulating the venous pump mechanism, whereby the calf muscles act as a secondary heart by rhythmically compressing the deep veins to pump venous blood upward back to the heart, which is essential for maintaining healthy circulation in the lower extremities. This action improves overall circulation, decreases venous pooling, and helps reduce swelling and edema, particularly in those who spend long hours standing or sitting, such as office workers, retail employees, or travelers on long flights. For beginners, it is advisable to start with 10 repetitions in a controlled manner, focusing on maintaining proper form and muscle engagement to establish a solid foundation before gradually progressing to 3 sets of 15 repetitions to build strength and endurance progressively. Incorporate 30 seconds of rest between sets to allow sufficient recovery time for the muscles, while maintaining consistent engagement, which helps prevent fatigue and ensures technique remains optimal throughout the workout. Proper timing of this exercise can also influence its effectiveness. Performing calf raises in the late afternoon, approximately 4 to 5 hours before bedtime, aligns well with the body's circadian rhythm, optimizing muscle function and recovery during sleep by capitalizing on elevated hormone levels, such as growth hormone and testosterone, that aid muscle repair. Alternatively, some individuals find it beneficial to spread the exercise throughout the day by doing 1 set every hour during the afternoon, which helps maintain steady muscle activation and enhances circulation without causing fatigue, making it an excellent strategy for those with sedentary jobs who need to counteract the negative effects of prolonged sitting. For those with balance issues or limited mobility, the exercise can be safely modified by performing it with back support against a wall, or while seated with heels elevated off a step to provide additional stability and reduce fall risk, ensuring accessibility and safety for people of all fitness levels and ages. The primary objective remains consistent: to activate the calf muscles repeatedly and effectively to support fluid movement, prevent venous stasis, and reduce edema, thereby promoting healthier legs and improving overall lower limb function. This comprehensive approach ensures that calf raises are not only a strength-building exercise but also a vital component of vascular health, lower extremity wellness, and functional mobility, contributing to enhanced quality of life and reduced risk of chronic conditions associated with poor circulation and muscle weakness. As you build strength over the next few weeks, It is important to gradually extend your exercise time to about 10 seconds per contraction to allow your pelvic floor muscles to adapt safely and effectively without causing strain, fatigue, or injury. This gradual progression helps to condition the muscles gently, improving their endurance, responsiveness, and overall functional capacity over time. Some therapists also advocate incorporating quick flicks into your routine. These are rapid, 1-second contractions performed repeatedly, usually around 10 times per set, which are specifically designed to improve neuromuscular coordination and enhance your ability to control sudden, urgent urges to urinate. This dual approach, combining longer holds that build stamina with quick flicks that train rapid muscle response, targets different muscle fibers and control mechanisms, thereby providing a comprehensive strengthening protocol for your pelvic floor. One of the key advantages of pelvic floor exercises is their discreteness and ease of integration into daily life. You can perform them virtually anywhere without attracting attention, whether you are sitting at your desk, standing in line, or even driving in traffic. The ability to practice these exercises unobtrusively makes consistency much more achievable, which is crucial because research consistently shows that it takes 6 to 8 weeks of dedicated daily practice to observe significant improvements in bladder control, muscle strength, and overall pelvic floor function. Beyond just improving bladder function, these exercises have additional benefits that contribute to your overall health and quality of life. They can enhance sexual health by improving blood flow and muscle tone, support better posture by stabilizing the pelvis and spine, and increase core stability, which aids in balance and reduces the risk of falls and injuries. Collectively, these benefits contribute to a stronger, healthier body and greater well-being, fostering confidence and improved daily function. Following this, incorporating daily walking into your routine is a simple yet highly effective strategy to reduce nighttime urination episodes. Walking helps prevent fluid pooling in the legs by keeping the calf muscles active, which acts as a natural pump to move fluid back toward the heart efficiently. Additionally, walking stimulates the lymphatic system, which, unlike the cardiovascular system, lacks a central pump. This system relies entirely on muscle movement to circulate lymph fluid that removes waste products, toxins, and excess water from the tissues. Improved lymphatic circulation aids kidney function by facilitating the removal of excess fluids, which in turn reduces nocturia or nighttime urination. Supporting this, a well-conducted Japanese study found that adults who walked for 30 minutes daily had 39% fewer cases of nocturia compared to their sedentary counterparts. These individuals also reported better quality sleep, less daytime fatigue, and improved mood, underscoring the broad health benefits of regular walking. Similarly, a Korean study demonstrated that participants who engaged in a 12-week walking program experienced an average reduction of 1.3 nighttime bathroom visits, highlighting the effectiveness of walking in managing nocturia. The optimal time to walk is in the late afternoon or early evening at a moderate pace, one that raises your heart rate sufficiently to mobilize fluids but still allows you to maintain a conversation comfortably. This timing and intensity optimize fluid redistribution and lymphatic drainage without interfering with your ability to fall asleep later. It is advisable to avoid walking immediately before bedtime, as the increased alertness and stimulation could potentially disrupt your natural sleep patterns. For those who are currently inactive, it is best to start with manageable durations, gradually increasing the length and intensity of your walks until you reach the recommended 30 minutes. Walking outdoors on varied terrain offers additional benefits by engaging more muscle groups and improving balance better than treadmill walking, though both forms of exercise are beneficial. Above all, consistency is the key factor. Walking 5 days a week tends to produce better results than less frequent, longer sessions. Making walking a regular and enjoyable habit is essential for maximizing these health benefits and achieving sustained improvements in nocturia and overall physical function. One of the most effective approaches supported by compelling research may surprise you: bladder training combined with timed voiding. This method, considered a behavioral exercise rather than a physical one, retrains your bladder muscle in ways that can produce remarkable, lasting results by gradually increasing bladder capacity and reducing hypersensitivity. A groundbreaking study from the University of Pennsylvania involving over 200 adults with Nocturia randomly assigned participants to either bladder training or no intervention. After just 8 weeks, those who underwent bladder training experienced a 62% reduction in nighttime urination episodes, a level of improvement unmatched by any existing medication and achieved with minimal side effects or discomfort. But what exactly is bladder training? And how does it work? Your bladder is a muscular organ that expands as it fills with urine, with specialized nerve receptors in the bladder wall sensing its stretch and signaling your brain to create the urge to urinate. In a healthy young bladder, these signals generally begin when the bladder contains about 200 ml of urine, with strong urgency developing at around 400 ml die. However, as we age, especially if we frequently respond to every small urge to urinate, the bladder becomes hypersensitive, signaling urgency even when only partially full. Essentially, your bladder learns to hold less because it's never challenged to hold more. Bladder training reverses this by gradually teaching your bladder to hold larger volumes comfortably and without discomfort. When combined with timed voiding, urinating on a fixed schedule rather than reacting to every urge, you can significantly reduce both daytime frequency and nighttime awakenings, thereby restoring a more normal pattern of bladder function and improving quality of life. To implement this technique, start by keeping a detailed bladder diary for 3 to 4 days, recording every urination's time and approximate volume. Many are surprised to find they urinate far more often than they thought, sometimes as frequently as every 60 to 90 minutes during the day, which can severely disrupt daily activities and overall quality of life. Calculate your average interval between bathroom visits to establish your baseline, which serves as a foundation for gradually increasing the time between voids. In the second week, begin extending this interval by 15 minutes. If your baseline is every 2 hours, aim for 2 hours and 15 minutes. When an urge arises before your scheduled time, resist rushing to the bathroom. Instead, sit standing, take 5 slow, deep breaths, perform 5 quick pelvic floor contractions, and distract yourself by counting backward from 100 by 7s. These techniques help the urgency wave pass, which typically peaks and subsides within a minute or two if you resist immediately responding. This process not only desensitizes the bladder but also strengthens the pelvic floor muscles, which play a crucial role in bladder control and continence. Once the intense urge fades, wait until your scheduled time to urinate. Each week, add another 15 minutes to your target interval. Over 6 to 8 weeks, most people can stretch their intervals from around 90 minutes to 3 or 4 hours, greatly increasing bladder capacity and reducing hypersensitivity. This gradual retraining helps reprogram the bladder's nerve signals and improves overall bladder function, reducing the disruptive urgency and frequency that affect so many individuals. For nighttime specifically, an intriguing study from Japan introduced timed overnight voiding, where participants set an alarm to wake once during the night, usually around the midpoint of their sleep period, to urinate proactively. This prevented their bladders from becoming overly full and stretched, and over several weeks trained their bladders to produce less urine during sleep. Participants reported a 54% average reduction in middle-of-the-night urgency episodes, highlighting another powerful way to manage nocturia effectively. This technique not only aids in reducing nighttime awakenings, but also helps improve sleep quality and overall well-being by minimizing disruptive bathroom trips that often lead to fatigue and diminished daytime function. Together, bladder training combined with timed voiding offers a safe, non-invasive, and highly effective strategy for managing nocturia and improving bladder health over the long term. Combining daytime bladder training, pelvic floor exercises, and timed overnight voiding offers a well-rounded, multifaceted strategy that effectively addresses both the physical and behavioral causes of nocturia, a condition characterized by frequent nighttime urination that disrupts sleep and quality of life. Multiple studies have demonstrated that employing these methods in combination is 2 to 3 times more effective than relying on any single approach alone, underscoring the significant benefits of an integrated, comprehensive treatment plan. To maximize the success of bladder training, it is crucial to reduce or completely eliminate the intake of caffeine and alcohol, particularly during the afternoon and evening hours, since these substances act as diuretics that increase urine introduction and irritate the bladder lining, exacerbating symptoms. For example, research conducted at New England Baptist Hospital revealed that participants who cut out caffeine experienced twice the rate of improvement in bladder training outcomes compared to those who did not. In terms of practical interventions, you have 5 evidence-based exercises at your disposal to effectively reduce nighttime bathroom visits. Seated marching and standing calf raises help prevent fluid pooling in the legs by promoting circulation. Pelvic floor exercises strengthen the muscles responsible for bladder control and provide necessary support. Daily walking encourages fluid movement, and timed voiding techniques help retrain the bladder to hold larger volumes of urine, thereby decreasing the frequency of urgent trips to the bathroom. None of these exercises require expensive equipment, gym memberships, or medications. Rather, they depend on consistent practice and patience sustained over a period of 6 to 8 weeks to achieve meaningful, lasting results. Remarkably, the most effective single exercise alone has been shown to reduce nocturia episodes by as much as 62%, and considering that disrupted sleep due to nocturia is linked to a 40% increased risk of falls, especially among older adults, taking proactive measures to address symptoms is of paramount importance. Ultimately, you face a choice: to accept nocturia as an unavoidable part of life or to change your habits and routines in order to regain restful, uninterrupted sleep. Begin by incorporating the easiest exercise into your daily routine today, then gradually add another exercise next week, and within 2 months, you may find yourself enjoying nights of deep, continuous sleep for the first time in years. Which exercise will you start with? We encourage you to share your plan and progress in the comments section to inspire and motivate others who are facing similar challenges. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you, or someone you know, wake multiple times at night to use the bathroom? How often does this occur, and in what ways does it affect your sleep quality, daytime functioning, and overall quality of life? Please share your personal experiences below. We cherish building a supportive, informed community where everyone can learn from each other's journeys. Thank you for watching and engaging with us on this important topic.